We're doing two NFL player props here on PrizePicks for Thursday Night Football. We got the Broncos versus the Saints in New Orleans, you guys, Thursday, October 17th. Before we get started, you guys take a look in the description below. Hop into the Discord, $9.30 per month, 31 cents per day. That is where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. Super positive community overall, you guys. Link in the description below for that. 31 cents per day, $9.30 per month. Also, I want to talk about Daily Grind Fantasy, you guys. DG Fantasy, DFS Optimizer, an absolute elite tool that I do use every single day to add plays to my parlays. Again, if you're on PrizePicks, Underdog, Parlay Play, Better Picks, Dabble, Rebet, Prop City, Sleeper, whatever DFS platform you use, they have all the player props, giving you essentially a percentage odds to hit. Right now, the top play on the board currently at the time of me recording this video, and these lines obviously do move rather quick because the sports books move quick. It's going to be Luka Ozzy, maps 1 and 2, under 30, 68.49% odds to hit, right? But if we were to go to, like, for example, NFL, right? Let's look at top NFL play on the board. And again, this moves in real time. They do all the hard work for you. They take the lines from all the major sports books and essentially showing you the line discrepancies between the sports books and PrizePicks, and then giving you a percentage odds that play could possibly hit. Again, no play is guaranteed to hit. I think there's no such thing as a free line in betting, but nonetheless, like the top play on the board currently right now, and again, it's a very small board on PrizePicks for the NFL week. Jared Goff under 1.5 pass TDs, 53.64% odds to go under, because again, it's listed at -138 under 1.5 on FanDuel, -135 on DraftKings, to go under 1.5. And again, if you were to do this all by yourself, it would take you a while going to these different sports books, looking at the line, looking at where the juice is, and then going back to PrizePicks and trying to figure that out. So again, Daily Grind does all the hard work for you. There's a link in the description below. You can use promo code TUFF for 25% off your first month at DG Fantasy. Again, I use DG Fantasy almost every single day, and I love it. So again, link in the description below for that. But let's get into this. Two player props here, Saints, Broncos. Both these player props, I'm targeting quarterbacks here in this one. I think I was targeting like peripheral players or like, offensive players here in this one. But then I thought, just why not use the safety net of the quarterback, right? Because he's the one that's going to have the most volume. But yeah, let's get into this. So the first play I'm looking at is going to be pass completions prop, and it's going to be Bo Nix over 18.5. I think this is super low considering how efficient of a quarterback Bo Nix is, right? As a quarterback just in general. And he's over this line, and what is he over this line in? He's over this line in, I believe, every single start. 5 of 6 starts. His only miss coming here at the New York Jets, which is debatably the toughest matchup in football. Only threw 25 pass attempts in that one. But pretty much every game where he has north of 27. I mean, he had 27 pass attempts here, completed 70.4% of his passes against the Raiders, 19 for 27, which, again, only 27 passing attempts would be considered low volume, I think, in general, but the Raiders' run defense is so poor. The Broncos were able to just run the ball really all over them. But 5 of 6 games already, like an elite hit rate, and you can see here this season on that type of hit rate, Bo Nix is averaging 20.17 pass completions through 6 games. I mean, if you take away, he's got games of 26 and 25 pass completions already this season. And again, it's a great matchup, like a really great matchup. The Saints on the season are allowing the 4th most total pass completions to the quarterback position. We look at other quarterbacks game log this season versus the Saints. We've seen pretty much every single quarterback go over this line except for Bryce Young. Kirk Cousins had 21, Mayfield 24, Prescott 27, Mahomes 28, and Jalen Hurts 29. All we need here is 19. And again, I think both these coaches, right? Sean Payton, Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen worked for Sean Payton. Sean Payton was the coach of the Saints forever. I think both these coaches are going to want to let the quarterbacks beat them, right? They're going to say, let's let these rookie quarterbacks try and beat us. That's just kind of the game script I'm looking at here. And then the Saints also are just a team that you want to pass on. Right, on the season, these Saints are allowing the 3rd most passing yards in the NFL. I mean, you can even see some of these passing yard games for some of these. I mean, 3 different quarterbacks have had 300-plus passing yards against the Saints. Indoor game here, weather should not be a factor for pass completions or, affecting the flight path of the ball or whatever it may be. I like Bo Nix over 18.5. I think he gets some easy checkdowns to Javonte. I think Javonte Williams is set at I think he's actually set at 4 reception targets, right? And then he's got a ton of weapons. Devon Valle, who else is Cortland Sutton, and then Troy Franklin. All are set. They have their lines all set here. I mean, if you look at peripheral stats like just Javonte Williams, Devon Vele, both at 3 reception lines, and then you to consider Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin as well. Those should all at least be at 3.5 for both of those guys. So it's a great spot for Bo Nix. Again, I think they're going to have to pass the ball. I think they're going to want to throw the ball on Thursday Night Football. So Bo Nix over 18.5. The second one is going to be pass attempts. It's going to be the opposite quarterback. It's going to be Spencer Rattler. Last week, Spencer Rattler, again, he threw the ball 40 times, mind you, in a very pass-friendly matchup, right? The Buccaneers, I think the Buccaneers actually allow the most passing attempts in the NFL. Yeah, the Buccaneers do allow the most passing attempts. So, again, nonetheless, that's his first game. He threw 40 pass attempts, 22 for 40, 55% pass completion percentage. But, again, similarly to what I talked about with Spencer Rattler, I just think that the Broncos are going to want Spencer Rattler to beat them. Like, that's just what it's going to be. There is no Patrick Surtain. I believe he's going to be out for this one with a concussion on a short week. But considering that all the injuries the Saints have, right, to Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed are both out for this one, right? Like, they just have to focus in on Alvin Kamara. And I think they're going to just be like, all right, we're not going to let Alvin Kamara run the ball. We're going to let this rookie quarterback in his second start beat us on Thursday Night Football. And that's just really what's going to end up happening here. I just don't see a scenario where the Broncos are going to just let the Broncos are just going to let Alvin Kamara run all over them, all over the field. And, I mean, I think in general, I'd probably be under on Alvin Kamara's rush yards just because I don't think there's going to be the volume for him. I just think the Saints are going to be having to throw the ball in this one. And then we look at quarterbacks game log this season versus the Broncos. I mean, we saw Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, and Aaron Rodgers all clear the sign with 33+. And then we saw Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, both quarterbacks for Vegas, combined for 37. So, again, that's actually 4 quarterbacks. The only under is Justin Fields, who only threw the ball 20 times, which, again, at Denver, Justin Fields is not really a throwing quarterback. And then Geno Smith, he threw the ball 25 times, which is a little weird, skewed. But the Broncos were just really holding onto the ball. Like, if you look at this one, I think the Seahawks, I don't know what even happened in this game, but if you look at this game, Bo Nix threw the ball 42 times. And Geno Smith only threw the ball 25 times. Kenneth Walker had 20 carries. Not really sure what went on here, but I mean, if Bo Nix throwing 42 and the other quarterback's only throwing 25, definitely a time clock, time of possession situation there. But nonetheless, I like the hit rate for quarterbacks this season, right? When you consider just last week, the last 2 weeks, Justin Herbert's had 34 and Aiden O'Connell and Minshew had combined for 37. Again, you really just take away that first week of the season and then Justin Fields. And every quarterback has gone over this pretty low line. And then the Broncos love to blitz, right? They have the highest blitz percentage in the NFL at 41.8, which, again, I think is just going to create check down things to quarterback, from Spencer Rattler, getting the ball out quicker, not getting sacked. And then, again, the Broncos are just not going to let Alvin Kamara run the ball. So at 29 pass attempts, I think, and then here we go. This is what happens, you guys. We see I'm making the video. And right when the video ends, Bo Nix comes off the board, and I don't know, he's still there. So at the time of this video, Bo Nix is still there. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm going to refresh this just, again, because these videos, this happens more than you guys would think, honestly. Truly, this probably happens more than you have to completely restart the video. Hopefully not. What am I doing? CFB, NFL, okay, pass completions. I really hope Bo Nix is still here. Okay, 18.5 for Bo Nix. And, where is the pass attempts for just Spencer Rattler? Yeah, here are the 2 plays for this YouTube video, guys. I would probably not play Bo Nix at 19. I mean, I guess I'd play Bo Nix at 19. Obviously, push potential, and I'd play Rattler at 29.5. So I'd play the bumps. I will post a comment at the top, pin comment in this video, telling you if the bumps and if I'm still playing them. Take a look at all those links in the description below. Please drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.